we don't understand the meaning of being overworked. What is work nowadays is majority of the work that we do is moving a mouse and sitting at a desk. I don't know when this shift of work, I mean, I guess it was with the introduction of the computer. The fact that work could change from actually being active and out and about to sitting at a desk and moving a mouse and using a keyboard. I think that was probably the transition from where work changed. And I feel like it went from physical to mental. But really, we don't understand what a hard day's work is. Like a hard day's work. You can say, oh, you know, I was flat out today. You know, my mental capacity was drained. I was like flat out. I was on calls. I was working on whatever, you know, like at an office job, or you can say that I was overworked. But we don't really know what being overworked is. Like I can say myself, I personally don't know what a real hard day's work looks like, because I've never been a stonemason. I've never been an oil rig worker. I've never been a construction worker. All of these sort of jobs, like I can say for a fact, yeah, if you imagine you own your own stonemason business, you're making objects, and you're not working for someone else, you're working for yourself, so you're flat out. That's when you are overworked. Like your body is literally on the brink. And then we're here sitting at our desk thinking, oh, you know, I need to take my screen breaks, and oh, I feel overworked today, too many calls, too much work to do. It's like we don't actually know what real work feels like. Like back in the day, some of these workers, yeah, there was I think I read it, where did I read it? In a Jordan Peterson book, that these coal miners back in the day, to get to work, they would have to crawl through this tunnel. Like actually crawl, there was no space. So they would have to crawl through this tunnel just to get to work. There's no like payment to get through the tunnel. There's no, you know, that's their own time. They're literally breaking their back just to get to work. Whereas we sit at a desk and move a mouse and complain that we're overworked. It is really just like a lack of gratitude, I would think. And then these coal workers, they would be flat out because they need to feed their family. There's no going sick. There's no oh, I've got a bit of back pain, you know, I'm gonna take 3 months sick leave. None of that. Like if you go sick for one day, you ain't getting paid for that day. So of course it builds the mindset of work rate. And of course the mindset of when you're getting paid to go sick, of course it builds the mindset of people who are gonna milk the system. It's human nature. If someone told you today you could get, I don't know how the benefits system works, but if someone told me today, yeah, that I could get 10k a year from claiming I had a disability, like, would I do it? I wouldn't do it because it's the integrity, but can you imagine how many people would do that? Something mental, yeah, they can make up. I don't know if like how they can prove it, whether they need like a doctor's reference, etc. But the point is, when you make a society where people can claim disabilities and benefits for everything and get paid, of course people are going to do it. My uncle was telling me there was this guy who got given the disability allowance, the benefit allowance, because him and his wife were fat, and he was getting paid. He was getting a company car, not company car, but he was getting like a courtesy car. He was getting like his house being given to him and his wife, because they were both disabled, as to say. And this guy was going round to my uncle's office and basically bragging, and they had to ban him. He used to work there, isn't it? But like they had to ban him from the office because he was basically coming to the office and bragging about he's been given money from the government. Like, what kind of society is that? Of course people are not going to work, and they don't know the meaning of real work.